Welcome all of you, the viewers of Poland Daily Culture. Have you ever danced Polonaise? A very traditional Polish dance. If you ever finished A levels in Poland, then definitely you had, but it might not be the case. With us in the studio is Marianna Laudy. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you for inviting me. Hello.
And you are something called a debutante, or a member of Debutantes, a group, which are a group of young girls who are sort of entering the society, but also in the same way are surrounded by next to the Wilanów Palace, trying to promote Polish culture and charity in the society. Tell me, how do you feel as a debutante, and how many of you are in the group?
Well, at the beginning, it was quite stressful, to be honest, because, well, it's a new thing with new people and can be a little bit nerve-wracking. However, those girls that I'm with, they're so amazing, such wonderful human beings, and we meet every month, to be honest, every other week, and we discuss things that matter to us the most. And because Miss Agnieszka Michalczyk is very centered around the idea of us becoming best friends, we became best friends, to be honest, even though we know each other for such a little time. What we do is not only do we meet to discuss our knowledge and our characters, but also we want to help others. We want to help other people. And what we do is we held some events, we held auctions, and we help charities.
I think this is the only initiative like this in Poland,
yes,
ever.
Not only in Poland, but I've recently discovered that one of the only in Europe. So it's remarkable, to be honest.
But we have a very special year right now, because there's a year when Polish traditional dance, march dance, Polonaise, will be signed up to something called UNESCO list. First of all, what is UNESCO list, and why is it important?
Well, it is important for many, many factors, mostly because the list of UNESCO list of cultural intangible heritage is quite important to write down the history of Polonaise.
And also it is, I would say, discovered and seen in the world as an intangible heritage of the humanity.
Yes.
Something extremely important, sort of as the pyramids or many other things which are, I would say, we want them to survive for our for future generations. So the same thing, we want to survive the Polonaise dance, also the ability to dance it for the future generations.
Yes, absolutely. Polonaise is very important for Polish culture. It was created in the 16th century. However, it developed through years because it's called a walking dance. It's a funny thing because Polonaise, one might think it's one of the easiest dances to dance. However, it can be quite tricky, and it is very important because it's very significant for Polish culture, mostly because it's danced at celebrations, like large celebrations, like weddings and galas and balls, and very often proms. Its simplicity creates accessibility.
That's a very thing, the other one. So you don't need to a lot of skills to dance in order to be part of this march, be part of this chain of people who are a couple after couple dancing the Polonaise. But it was also picturized in one of the most important Polish piece of art, and this is, of course, Pan Tadeusz. So as a variant, Pan Tadeusz.
Yes, all the actors, all the persons involved in the story are dancing Polonaise. And even though the name Polonaise comes from French language, in English at least, it was called a Polish dance most of the time. It was for many years. It was a walking dance, but also a Polish dance. So it's a remarkable statement in Polish history.
You are planning a big ball. I mean, maybe a festivity, not a ball, because it's called the Night of Museums.
Yes.
And since you gather around the Wilanów Palace, you are planning to do a big Night of Museum in Wilanów, as it is in a tradition every year. But this time, totally devoted to Polonaise,
Yes.
with a lot of people dancing it. As far as I know, you want to even
break the Guinness record. That's
exactly.
Right. Yes.
That's impressive. So tell us a little bit about all of this. How do you want it to look like, and what are your plans?
Well, the Night of the Museums in Poland is a very important. You may say it's a festival, some sorts, because it's the one night of the year that all the museums are open for everybody. It creates a wonderful aura around it, because you visit those museums as you usually would visit as a child, and you would think that's very proper and very elegant and significant, and now it's accessible for everybody. And what we want to do on the 13th of May, that's the day of the Night of Museums, we wanted to create a wonderful opportunity for everybody to dance Polonaise, to break the Guinness World Record for most people dancing Polonaise. And we would go through the castle, the palace of the former king of Poland, John Sobieski III. Of course, in a proper attire, proper outfits that were significant for the eras of when the dance was danced, the Polonaise was danced. So through all the centuries, still 1920s.
So one thing is this, so debutantes will take part in it, I guess, from many different generations and times, but also it's an open invitation for anyone who's going to visit the palace.
Yes, absolutely. Everyone is invited. We want to make it as accessible as possible. However, we really want everybody to dress for the occasion, and come with maybe be dressed as a Polish nobility from that century, from 18th, 19th, even 20th century, with the beginning of 20th century.
So it's sort of a call, or for all the Warsavians who during the Night of Museums in May, just to hello everyone, come to the Wilanów Palace, be dressed up and be ready to dance.
It's remarkable to dance Polonaise, to be honest. I remember dancing it at the end of middle school, and even primary school and high school, and at the weddings. And it's wonderful because it's a walking dance. It feels like you're entering a new era of your life.
Well, I would say it would be amazing if every party could start in Poland with a Polonaise. How about it?
Amazing idea.
Well, let's start this sort of movement to invite people, like start a party with a Polonaise. Don't forget about, or end it with Polonaise.
Absolutely.
So we wrap up this episode with this call to you, with this invitation. Start dancing Polonaise. Learn how to dance this. Don't forget about this dance, especially this year is this unique year when Polonaise will become the cultural heritage of the world on the UNESCO list. So we as Poles should be the ambassadors of this dance. And again, thank you very much for watching Poland Daily Culture.